Can you see us? We here.
Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. So today is our 3-year anniversary of being married.
How many anniversaries do we have? Dating, married, ceremony?
And our ceremony, yeah. A lot of people don't know that Jason and I actually got married on December 16th, 2017. Yes, in our pastor's office. So we had a secret ceremony.
Very secret.
Secret and private ceremony.
There's only a few people that actually knew that we were married.
And I don't think I think I did a post about it last year, but we haven't really ever talked about it on the internet. So this video, we are going to talk about how we got secretly married.
There's hair on my food, that's crazy.
Jason, no! All right. So yes, we are going to talk about how we secretly got married 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, to think.
We were children.
We were kids, but in the
still
time
are.
we didn't think we were. Like, you know, we just turned 24. But yeah, we just turned 24 because we're 27 now.
Oh, yeah. We're 27. Well, we're 27.
With a kid. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's rewind back to 2017. Where were we? What were we doing? What was life like in 2017 that brought us to getting married December 16th? So in 2017, in the middle of 2017, we decided to move in together.
I kind of like forced you to move in with me.
Oh, you're saying that. Jason just graduated school. You just graduated school with your... So sorry, you're gonna hear she was supposed to be napping. So cute. She was supposed to be napping, but...
Now she's ready for the day.
Right. So, yes. Jason had just graduated and he had moved into an apartment.
Surprisingly by myself.
By himself.
By the grace of God.
Yeah, by himself. And so he was there for probably like 2 months, right? By yourself.
Mm-hmm. It was so scary.
It was. So you moved into your apartment 2 months in and you needed help, financial help and stuff like that. And we were already engaged. We got engaged the December before that. So, but anyway, yes. So he lived in the apartment by himself for 2 months, and then I moved in July to help him find help so we could kind of just put our monies together, which was not our original plan. We wanted to get married first and then move in together.
Right. Life had a different idea.
I feel like we also too jump started it. Like we felt like there was no other option. So
there really wasn't.
Mind you, like we said, that wasn't our plan. So prior to getting married, I was very like, this is not what I wanted. This is not like the Christian thing to do. So I got really like depressed. We both were over living together. Not married.
But the reason why we were so uncomfortable living together, not married, not really the religious side, but the whole life side, is because it was just like, what are we doing? Like, right. what's the next thing if we're not getting married right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we weren't getting married at the time because I didn't feel like we were ready and I was too scared. Leading up to it, I think on my side, I was still very nervous and didn't know if I was making the right decision yet. But yeah, we decided we're just gonna get married. We're just gonna get married on our pastor's office, get our license, and then have a ceremony later. Like, is that what we wanted to do? Is the ceremony, is it the marriage or is it the ceremony?
Like, what's more important?
What's more important? And also, we weren't feeling good in our souls and our spirits to be living together without being married as well. So we decided to go to the courthouse, get our papers, and tell our pastor we're gonna just get married in your office and just have a few people. Summarize,
Yeah.
it was definitely a long process of deciding, but that's what we decided. And yeah, so let's talk about the actual day. All right, so Mai's here because she wants to make noise. But yeah, I remember a couple of days prior, so I was like, I don't know what I want to wear, but I know I don't want to wear a dress. We also were like, didn't really have like money like that and stuff either. I don't think I really set in like what we were actually doing.
Of us did. Neither of us really like processed that day in full, to be honest with you.
I think we're processing it.
We're processing it now.
right now. But I definitely, okay.
Because it also happened. Later. It also happened so fast.
Right, and
it was like, okay, cool, you're married. Next.
Yeah, so we get into our pastor's office. Both of our pastors, the husband and wife. I thought it was, honestly, in my mind, I was like, this is just practice. Like, it just felt like practice.
It was practice. It was,
but we were
legally married. But it was like, okay, this is how it's going to be on our actual wedding day, like our actual ceremony.
Right. But anyway, so we stood there, and then she was like, I want to do something first. We had everyone in the room that was married say like their advice about marriage and like stuff like that, which I was like, I loved. I think that was my favorite part of our ceremony.
I think that's the only thing we remember.
Yeah, and like giving us advice of what to do and like and what they've done. But yeah, so I like that part of our ceremony. We did our vows. And it was awkward as heck because I am very weird about PDA. We did our traditional vows. Like I said, they spoke. Then we were married. I liked how small it was. I liked how private it was. No one knew. No one in my family, extended family knew. No one from church knew.
Like I said earlier, it went like that. Everything was just like,
just going.
Okay, cool, we're gonna get married, blah, blah. Honestly, I don't even remember us waking up that day.
I remember driving on the ramp to there.
Right. And us sitting outside waiting. Right, and then everything after that was like, it's like a blur. The moment in which we like kissed and all that was so awkward, like cringy. It made my skin hurt.
I can't even look back at that clip. We're gonna actually show the clip from our wedding.
Yeah.
But
look at that video and you can see the awkwardness.
I now pronounce you husband. You can kiss your
yay!
And don't be nasty because
Oh,
we want
no,
to see it.
And don't be nasty.
That is its life.
But other than that, I mean, I think it was a great idea that we had, something that we really wanted to do. It was definitely worth it because our ceremony was amazing. And leading up to that, us having our good spirits, feeling good about it, and us living together and married just made it a little bit more easy.
But also, I want to talk about, I mean, you could believe whatever you want to believe, but I feel like for us, we needed to do that in December. I felt like our life was very held up and very just like, things weren't going to plan. I was barely getting any hours at work. Like I wasn't getting really much income. We were like in the apartment, like
working, we were living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, and also like trying to find like coins and stuff and like convert it to dollars. Like
nobody knows this.
We were struggling but for the 6 months before we got married. And so that also was another thing that was like, okay, let's get married, let's do this and see, let's just trust God. Like we know we're supposed to be together, we know we love each other, we know we can go through some really tough stuff and also celebrate each other when things are good. So yeah, like I feel like I remember Salim, our god brother that was in the room with us, one of his advice was, it's crazy that after your once you get married, things change. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever, like maybe whatever, like things are gonna look different.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, yeah, yes, I get it, but like you don't get it until it actually happens. And I remember after we got married, as soon as we stepped outside of the building, I was like, oh, like it was just like,
everything was brighter.
And it was a good, it was a good feeling, but I felt it. Like I felt the the depths of what we just did.
We
And-
literally felt God smile.
Right,
the
like
moment we
finally,
left the
like you
church.
finally trusted me, because that was the one thing before we got married that I was like, okay, God, are you sure like this is my person? Like I know this is my person, but is this my own will, or is like this is like is this the person that you want for me? And like I feel like after that, it was like, oh snap, like you trusted yourself, you trusted God, and we just did it.
Right.
Literally
Just did it. I think
did
we
it
said
it how we wanted to do it.
I think we said like on the 12th of December we were gonna get married, and then we called our pastor and we made an appointment for the 16th.
Yes, because we got the license on the 12th. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
Just like that.
Us coming together as a union like was just way stronger too. Like,
Sex was way better.
oh my god.
Sex was like,
Oh my
God was
But we
literally
broke it.
there saying this is okay
Oh my god.
when we got married. That's literally what happened. I mean, some people may not believe in God, some people whatever, but we do. And I could tell you from experience, from before and after, there was a huge difference in our sex life.
But I think also too, like, yeah, we didn't have, like you said, we didn't have the guilt, we didn't have the burden, we didn't have, and that's the stuff that we put on ourselves, and that's that's just what we put on ourselves. But yeah, definitely there was a freedom after getting married, like
Right.
for sure.
Not even just sex, everything just came, at least for me, everything just came easier. I didn't really have to think about anything. Cabria handled the household stuff, because even before we got married, we said, this is like everything that we do in the house is going to be 50-50. So even when we got married, everything was established. And after that, like everything just fell into place. I mean, obviously we still had our ups and downs, still do, but I feel like it's just easier.
Because like you have the confidence of like, you don't want a divorce. Like that's not even like an option here. So for us getting married, it gave us the confidence of like, oh, you're really my person for forever.
Right.
And like if I mess up a little bit, the little things that you were insecure about, or the little things that gave you anxiety of like, oh, he doesn't like me because he didn't text me. It's like as soon as you get married, it's like, okay, he didn't text me, like,
but he'll be home.
Like there was
Right.
way more confidence in each other after we got married. Is there anything you would change about the day,
Honestly,
or would you keep it the same?
I probably would have just did it just with me and you. Because I feel like the awkwardness came from everybody around us, because we're so like, oh, how does
Worried
everybody
about it,
else
yeah.
feel? I feel like it would have been less awkward. But to be honest with you, it's how God wanted it to be, and I really couldn't change anything. But if I had to, that's the only thing that I would change. But all in all, we got married in our pastor's office December 16th, 2017, and now today, December 16th, 2020, our baby is 10 months today. She's 10 months old, and it's crazy that on the 16th, 3 years ago, we got married, and 3 years later, we have a 10-month-old. Would you give any advice to anybody out there that's thinking of doing that?
Especially during this pandemic and stuff like that, people are still trying to do like ceremonies. There's nothing wrong with just being you and that person, and like a few people, or even just like your family, your parents, or whoever you want there, honestly. There's nothing wrong with that, because to be honest, like if we were to renew our vows, it would probably just be me and you. I think people are like, they want to include a lot of people, and which I get and I totally understand, but at the same time, it's like, are you comfortable being that vulnerable in front of any people in general?
Right.
Like you're about to marry like it's you and this person for the rest of your life. None of those people, yes, those people can like give advice and they can support and they can be there, but at the end of the day, like I wake up to him, he wakes up to me, and this is our child, and like this is our life that we are molding and building. And
I would definitely say, again, we are grateful for the people that were there, but for people that are like thinking of doing it, I would say make it personal for yourself, because you're gonna have to look back years later, and you never want to feel like, oh, this could have been different, this could have been different.
Yeah.
You want to make it how you want to make it. Don't do it for anybody else but you and your spouse.
But yeah, that is what we did on December 16th, 3 years ago. But yeah, so that is our secret wedding story.
We need to do a little bit more story time.
Right. Because a lot of stuff happened after that day.
But thank you guys so much for watching our video story time with the Smithingtons. We really appreciate all the support.
See you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Peace.